Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Forward Sales Podcast. I'm your host, Lynn, and today I'm joined by our special guest, Brandon Barnum. And we have an incredible conversation. We're going to be talking about a proven step-by-step system to attracting profitable prospects and referrals. So let me tell you a little bit about Brandon. He is often referred to as the king of referrals. So here I am, the queen of sales, king of referrals. And he is a #1 best-selling author of the new book, Raving Referrals. He is an award-winning serial entrepreneur, speaker, trainer, and workshop leader. Brandon serves as CEO of HOA.com, the #1 referral network for home service professionals, and as chairman of the board of the Champions Institute. Brandon is a highly sought after expert in referrals, marketing, sales, joint ventures, business development, and business growth strategies. While a single dad in 1997, Brandon was an early technology innovator, featuring real estate property listings from realtors whom he partnered with and promoted. After learning the art and science of referrals, he increased his annual income tenfold, from $20,000 to $200,000 in just 18 months. Brandon has since closed over $500 million in transactions by referral and has founded multiple local and online referral platforms and networks, connecting more than 5 million members in 195 countries. Wow, Brandon, that was so much. That's so incredible. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Lynn. It's my honor and pleasure.
All right, and before we get started and dive into this very critical topic of referrals, I just want to say, if any of you are joining us for the first time, take that moment and hit subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts, and you will be able to listen to Future Forward Sales on the fly. And hey, if you love the show and you like what we're doing, please give us that 5-star review. We would really appreciate it. Okay, so Brandon, let's get right back into the topic of referrals. And before we get into that, I think I've given you a great intro, but tell us a little bit more about who you are and what your company does.
Yeah, so what I tell people is my day job is I'm the CEO of HOA.com. With HOA.com, what we're creating is the #1 referral network for professionals who serve homeowners. So the realtors, mortgage, insurance, financial planners, as well as the painters, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC. We're creating, in essence, like an Angie's List meets BNI, where we're really helping them build their referral partnerships and create that predictable profitability through raving referrals.
That sounds fantastic. And what's the biggest challenge that your clients face?
You know, it's interesting you asked that. I've asked over 2,000 people in live events, what's your #1 biggest business challenge? And 95% say, I need more clients, more leads, better marketing. They all need help around that business development area, which is why we do what we do. To really come alongside them, give them a portal and a platform. We're promoting them, but also we're creating local alliances where they can come together and create strong referral partnerships.
Oh, that sounds terrific. And, here we are in 2022. Why is this more urgent than ever?
You know, it's so interesting, right? Because here we are where everybody's so socially connected, and yet people feel disconnected
Yeah.
in a way that they've never felt before. And so it's really about building some strong bonds, some tight relationships with people that are already serving your ideal clients. And that's how you create that predictable referral flow for your business. So if people are listening and they're out there looking and struggling, trying to find clients, you've got to have other people out there scouting for business for you. And that's the beauty of the raving referral system.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, referrals are an incredibly powerful source for your business, not just for bringing in those warm leads who already are predispositioned to work with you, but it's a much shorter sales cycle, because of that, and they have a higher profit for the sale. And you already have a few of that, the credibility that comes with having received a referral for your product or service to them.
Yeah,
And
totally. And
yeah,
if I can just piggyback on that, you talk about higher profitability. It's actually referred prospects are 16% more profitable for your business, right? Just like you say, they know you, like you, trust you more, but that means they spend more money with you per transaction. They stay with you, so the retention is higher, the loyalty is higher, and they refer other people. One of the other statistics that's really interesting is that when somebody's referred to you, they're 400% more likely to do business with you, right?
yeah.
So if you're out there and you're spending all your money on ads and trying to get these strangers to attracted to your business, it's not nearly as powerful and potent and profitable when people come to you already referred.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is a very key part of, for us as well. It's one of the key drivers for businesses of any size business is to really put in a referral process early. And from the moment you first meet someone, whether they're a referral or not, you can start planting the seeds of the referrals in their mind. So let's sort of deviate back. I mean, we're getting really excited about the referrals. How does this challenge, of, wanting more leads, wanting more clients, what's the marketing or the sales? How does this challenge cost the client their ultimate goal?
Yeah, big time. Well, Ivan Meisner says 98% of businesses rely on referrals and only 3% have a strategy in place. So, what's that costing you? That's costing you peace of mind, profitability, right? Time, energy, money. It's costing all of that. It's really the opportunity cost of not having those prospects coming to you. Where you serve and create the highest impact in what you do, and your single most profitable activity in your business is serving your clients. Most people are really good when it comes to actually providing the service, but they suck at the marketing. And that's why they don't have all the clients that they're looking for. So it's costing them a lot. And when you think about just applying some of these simple practices into your business, what if it just boosted your business by $10,000 this year and each and every year? The beauty is it's a compound effect, right?
Right.
When it comes to referrals, you put in systems, they work forever. So super powerful.
Yeah. And people who are referred to you and do business with you, they're like 4 times more likely to become referrers for you. And once a referrer, you continue to refer people. And so that's one of the other beautiful things about this strategy of really, as a sales and marketing strategy of pursuing referrals. So, what are some of the critical hidden success factors that you deliver?
Well, so with HOA.com, it's all about profitable partnerships. Now, because of the book Raving Referrals, we're really teaching that methodology and teaching people how to create strong alliances and partnerships with other business owners and professionals who already serve your perfect prospects every day, right? For HOA.com, that's homeowners. And so for the folks that are listening that are in that market, you can check out hoa.com/grow. That'll show you kind of the overview of how our program works. But what we focus on is connecting our community. We also focus on building the expertise, right? The credibility and the visibility of our clients. So we have programs where we actually do ghostwriting. We'll interview them, find out what they know, and then take their words, their spoken words, create blogs and keyword optimized landing pages so we can do the back end internet marketing that most people aren't very effective or familiar with.
Yeah. That is brilliant. And I love what you're doing there. And, I think that what's interesting to me is, talking about referrals and that huge gap of how many people actually have, a referral process and system in place and that they train on it.
Right.
It's just massive. But why are these factors typically a blind spot?
It's a blind spot because we don't know what we don't know. One of the things that we start out with is we ask people to do a referral score quiz. And actually, you can go to referralscorequiz.com and it takes about 2 minutes. There's 10 questions. You score yourself from 1 to 10 on how effective you are at asking your clients for referrals, at following up. And there's 10 different referral best practices. And I was just looking over the results from the people that have taken it over the last month. And we've got some people that are up in the 80s, right? It's a score from 1 to 100, and some people are up in the 80s, and those people are crushing it. But most people are down in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s out of 100 in terms of
Yeah,
how they're self-assessing their referral part of their business. And so once they know what they don't know, now they can be aware for it. Now they can be like, you know what? Every time I get a referral, I need to thank that person.
yeah,
And I need to update them later. I need to let them know how it went with Susie Smith, how it went with John Jones. And especially when you get those referrals from other business professionals, when you give them updates, when you thank them, you reward them, you celebrate them socially for the referrals that they're giving you, not only does it boost your social proof because other people see that people trust you enough to send you business, but it builds that loyalty factor and it just accelerates the entire referral cycle.
yeah, yeah. That recognize and reward is such a crucial step in the referral process. And I think that sometimes that gets missed. They might a simple thank you, but there's a little bit more that you can do um, to genuinely showcase, to your point, of recognizing and rewarding that behavior that you want repeated. That's brilliant. So, what is one essential action clients must take to overcome this challenge?
Well, I recommend they go to referralscorequiz.com so they can understand where their gaps are, right?
Right?
Because everybody's got they're at a different place in their referral business. So if you go to Referral Score Quiz, you're going to be able to identify where are the gaps? Where can I improve? What's the single most thing that's going to make the biggest difference? One of the things that I find is a big gap is asking for referrals. A lot of people
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable and awkward. So we teach them a 3-step process for asking for referrals. Number one, you're going to set the stage. Okay. Number two, you're going to listen for the referral triggers. And then number three, you're going to ASK to GET. Okay. So let's unpack that. Number one, you're going to set the stage. When you first meet with a client, before you walk out of that meeting, just say, before we leave, I have a favor to ask if I may. Just so you know, I'm growing my business and I get most of my business by referral. So once I've proven myself to you and hopefully have wowed you with my service, would it be okay to ask you for referrals later on? I've
Yeah.
never had anybody say no. So 100% success rate because you're not putting them on the spot. You're not asking for referrals now. You're saying, if I do a great job for you, would it be okay to ask you for referrals later? They say yes. Now, step two, you're listening for the referral triggers. What's a referral trigger? It boils down to an expression of appreciation. Lynn, thank you so much. This helps me feel great, make more money, save time, whatever it is that you deliver for your business. When you hear them say thank you in one form or another, then it's time to ASK for GET, which is step three. And that sounds something like this. Lynn, I'm so glad to hear you say that. I love helping people. And then you describe what it is that you're doing, right? And just like you were referred to me by Tom Matson, I would love to help the people that you care about, just like Tom helped you by introducing you to me. And so that process really changes the game. It makes it comfortable for everyone, and it really increases the number of referrals that you receive.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love what you did there, Brandon. I think there's a couple of things too, is that I fully agree that you need to seed the process all the way through the sales process so that people are, when you do ask for the referral, they're not surprised at all. And what you did at the very beginning is so critical. The other thing is that big piece is, I love the ask get. I have the saying that if you don't ask, you don't get.
Right?
So I think that fits in perfectly. But
Yeah.
practice makes perfect. And so when you weave this in your own words and then you practice with your friends, with or with your home, the people in your home, and you just practice. Practice makes not perfect, because I don't believe in perfectionism, but it gives you really comfortable in that process, and it just becomes natural, and it should become part of your sales DNA, because
Mm,
when you've given that incredible service, that you deserve that ask. And that's one of the most critical pieces of that puzzle, is that you've earned the right to ask for the referral,
that's right.
because then you have that confidence and assurance, but you've also laid the seeds, and they are ready and willing to be able to give you that referral. And
Totally. When
yeah,
you set that stage up front, right, and then you
yeah,
listen, they're telling you how great you are, how much they appreciate you. It's such an easy and natural conversation, and they're happy to refer you at that point because you've earned it.
yeah, absolutely. And for all the business owners and entrepreneurs who are tuning in, this is such a critical part of growing your business. It's
Mm.
going to shorten your sales cycle, and it's going to generate more profit, and it's going to just become this engine, and it's just going to grow from there, almost on an exponential basis. So Brandon, wow, this has been so incredible. And thank you so much for sharing your proven step-by-step system to attracting profitable prospects with referrals. I know that our listeners are going to want to know more about where they can find you and find out more about you.
Well, I would direct them to ravingreferrals.com. That's the best place. There you'll be able to see and order the book. This is the best $20 that you'll ever spend on Amazon, or I think it's like $8 if you want the Kindle version. But there's so much gold tip scripts that's going to just help you cement these practices. And again, why I love referrals is you put these in place now and you'll make money from years to come. So you can go to ravingreferrals.com and take the referral score quiz, download free chapters of the book, and get started now.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be sure to include that link below, so you are just one click away from this incredibly powerful sales strategy, and business strategy. So, Brandon, thank you so much. And for everyone who tuned in, thank you for listening. This has been such an important discussion. I'm so glad you were here with us. If you have any ideas that you'd like to share, please, you can leave us a comment below. We love hearing from you. And if you have a question or would like to suggest a topic for discussion, you can email us at jointheconversation@petitetoqueen.com. And of course, to stay current on all of our insightful advice, our breakthrough advantages, and incredible episodes like the one today with Brandon, you can sign up for our weekly Wisdoms newsletter at petitetoqueen.com. I want to thank everyone who's tuned in and who's listening. And Brandon, thank you so much. This has been such a fantastic episode.
I'll thank you, Lynn. It's been my pleasure. You're a delight as always. I've so enjoyed our conversations and glad to be with you today.